Hey everyone, welcome to Tellor Community Call, October 19th, 2021. Um, yeah, so should be a quick call, but lots of really good updates. First one, last week, if you guys remember, we had Tellor Week. We had the whole team out, and it was a really great time. So we got to meet kind of all in person as part of the core group. Don't know if there's anything we necessarily need to add in there. It was just great meeting everyone.
I think I should. We have one good group photo. We'll share it on Twitter so you guys can see
Okay.
the team. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was really good. The community call last week was really good too, and so make sure you go out and kind of watch that. Um, Other things. So on the dev side, uh, the big news of the last week is we got the audit back. Um, to kind of go over the audit, so we sent it out. It's been tweeted out. If you can't find it or anything, just ask ask in the Discord or anywhere. We'll send it to you. So the results, there were a few issues in it. Not gonna lie, they found some bugs, but we paid the guy some good money to find some bugs, and he did. He was really good at it. The contracts look super clean, and we're very excited that we can kind of move forward with it. So yeah, we're making those. We're just kind of making the last few fixes now. Um, the kind of timeline, I guess you could say, for Tellor X at the moment. So probably later this week, we're going to be deploying the audited, the fixed contracts, and we're going to be deploying them on Rinkeby. Not to the normal Rinkeby address. We're going to deploy like a whole new instance, probably for 2 weeks. Then we're going to go through the whole process of upgrading the main Rinkeby contract. So we're actually going to do a vote. We're going to simulate it all being on mainnet. So that way we can kind of test everything out. The vote's a week, and then we'll launch it, and then probably test another week or so on Ethereum or on Rinkeby, which would then put the vote sometime in about a month. So that's the rough timeline for where it is. Vote, so the week-long vote to switch over to Tellor X will probably start in about a month. Could be a little bit longer if there's any hiccups along the way. But yeah, so sometime in there, we're going to launch Tellor X. Everybody's super excited, and we're definitely more excited than probably anybody else. But the building out of PyTelliot, the website, that stuff is all sort of ready at the moment for Rinkeby to deploy and to start testing that stuff. So we're really super excited to get that out. And if there's anything, if you want to test on Rinkeby, if you want to write some new query that you think you may need, some new piece of data, just let us know. Yeah, so I think that's it on the dev side. Mike, anything?
Just a couple updates. We published a new article. We haven't tweeted it out yet, but it's published on our Medium. You guys might have seen that, but we were just waiting till later today to actually shoot it out. It's a good one. It's called Decentralization: How Tellor Does It. It's a nice bite-sized, light bit of material that I think you guys might find useful when talking about Tellor. It really sort of gets at the heart of why we do the things the way we do them, and why it's meaningful, and what sort of separates us. Not so much on the technical level of how our Oracle works, but how we built Tellor as a protocol, as a community, as a company. So stay tuned for that, probably right after this call. We EthOnline ended last week, and we congrats to PaperFacts. They were our grand prize winner. Your bounty should be on the way, I think. If not, it'll be out on the way today, depending on whenever gas prices go back down, probably either tonight or tomorrow morning. So thanks for contributing to the hackathon. Uh, another bit of exciting news that we're working on is I don't know if you guys have seen the Just Use Polygon music video, but we're actually really excited. We're going to be working on two music videos that we're going to launch sometime leading up to the launch of Tellor X. So sometime around Halloween, one will come out. So actually pretty soon. And then the second one sometime, in mid-November. So I don't want to give too much details about what those are going to be, but we're really excited. It's a ton of fun. We've been waiting to do some fun stuff like this. And yeah, stay tuned for that.
And then other announcements tonight, Ryan, any preview of what's to come?
I think we're all kind of in the dark on the preview just because it's going to be our very first Twitter space where we're going to have just kind of like a very casual, open talk about the DeFi space, about oracles, and just kind of see where that discussion leads us. So I'm excited to see if you want to come and join and speak, we'll definitely open the platform for that. So put your thinking caps on and get ready for some thoughtful discussion.
Yeah, and then also if you guys are going out to Lisbon, so Portugal, we're going to have our very own Ryan and Brenda are going to be out there. So hit us up, or if you know anyone that's going to be out there you think we should meet, let us know. That should be a really good time. So I'm jealous that they're the only two that get to go, but
we'll take lots of pics.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's really exciting because when we first heard of ETH Lisbon, it was this, you didn't really know if it was going to turn into something, that well attended or that big of a thing. And it seems like there's a ton of interest in going to that event, at least for people in Europe, of course. But we think it's going to be a big event, and it's going to be great to have you, Ryan, and Brenda out there representing. So have fun, send pics.
And then ETH Portland right after that, back to back.
Yep.
woohoo.
You'll be doing a talk on Oracle extractable value.
Yes.
Hot topic nowadays.
It'll be fun.
But yeah, it's great to just have events on the horizon and in the sort of on the docket here. So hopefully much more of that.
All right, and then questions.
Mike, I'm going to
All
go
right.
with 6. Okay.
I got them.
Okay.
So we're going to get to some of the questions you guys sent last week because we didn't get to them. So sorry about that, but we'll answer them now. First one is what is the next step after Tellor X?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had sort of talked about it. We're trying to keep our focus a lot on Tellor X, so we don't get too excited and stop. We have to make sure that this is successful first. I think that's the big thing, and then it's just off to getting more users. Really trying to sell. Tellor X has a lot more capabilities, so just making sure people know about them and trying to find the right sort of projects, whether it's projects even on Ethereum or getting Tellor X onto some other chains and able to use those ones if people are sort of being scared away from Ethereum. So focusing on getting users, maybe the next place.
Yeah, I know we've had a number of conversations recently since people know that Tellor X is coming, that in terms of integrating with Tellor, there's a sentiment of, well, just wait till Tellor X comes out because we're just about to launch this thing. So we're in this sort of lull period where if we're not already like almost through the integration process, people want to wait and see how Tellor X works and how it goes, and then have those discussions afterwards. So, but we're like super excited about that because it's just it's a better product. So next question is, where is Josh? Who is working? It just says, where is Josh? Who is working on the new website UI?
There's Josh.
Where am I? I mean, in Colorado. I don't know what's, but yeah, that's an interesting question.
Take it where you want to go.
It's coming along nicely, Josh.
Yes, it's coming along nicely. We
And I think the repo is
know.
open source, right? What's the repo's name?
Tellor IOX.
Tellor IOX. So yeah, go head over to the GitHub if you guys want to help out. Take a
Yeah,
look.
we could definitely help is always welcome. But I don't know, as far as timeline wise and just everything, Ben's design is fantastic, and I know that he designed that with the help of everybody else on the biz dev side. And I don't know, it's coming along really great, and I'm excited to show it with you guys. But it's not just me, obviously, it's everybody. But yeah, hopefully that answers that question.
Yeah, thanks for your interest. If you have any questions about the UI or feedback or whatever, go ahead and watch last week's video where we did the walkthrough. That was last week, right, Ryan?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. It's on the YouTube.
Oh no, yeah, it was last week, but earlier in the week, yeah.
Right. It's uploaded on YouTube, so give it a whirl and let us know what you think.
Yeah, and if you're on Discord or anything like that and you want to hit me up, if that's what was the intent behind that question, is like wanting to be a part of it or wanting to help out, just reach out to my Discord. It's just my name, Joshua Samaniego, Samaniego. The number is 6473.
I'll throw that all in the description.
Cool.
When are we going to see more utility?
I'm guessing they mean for the token. But
Or for, I mean, crypto in general.
crypto, yeah. I don't know. I feel like you may be disappointed as far as the correlation between utility and price.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people make that mistake. So, utility, people are using stuff way more and more. Just the UX on this stuff gets so much better every year, and it's going to continue to push forward. What that means for price is absolutely nothing. So, just take it with a grain of salt.
After Tellor X, the dev share mechanism will change. How much will the team's rewards be? Will they have vesting schedule? How will they be sold on the market?
Yeah, so I love how Brenda, the person writing the contract, literally just leaves as soon as it starts out. Yeah, so the first piece is we're going to be the way that the dev sort of payments are going to work in the future. Now we get sort of a payment of the minting rewards, basically at a fixed rate, since that's how minting rewards work. But since we're switching minting rewards, we have to vote them in. With Tellor X, initially for the first, I think it's the first year, what we're planning on doing is just we're just minting the original minting rewards, and then we're minting the dev share and everything like that, just all on its own. And then once that stuff runs out, we'll have to come back begging to you guys for more money to vote to keep the team alive. And that'll be up to the community. But yeah, we're putting it on a vesting schedule. Basically, we're just keeping it the exact same that we have now for the team, and then we're going to get it at the exact same rate that we have now. That would be just to keep it simple and uncontroversial as far as what we're doing. So.
In terms of how they're sold on the market, like we've mentioned before, that we sell them on as needed basis. We try to be regularly scheduled with that. We have monthly expenses just like anybody, salaries and bills and all that stuff, and so we usually sell a small chunk off every month to cover those costs. And if the price, like if there's crazy price movement or something, we might take a little extra just to capture that moment. But yeah, that's kind of how we do things. Is the release of Tellor X still on schedule for the beginning of November, and are there any partnerships in the works? I think that this question obviously was before we mentioned that it looks more like November, the middle of November, right?
Yeah, we'll kick off the vote probably mid-November, so end of November launch.
Sorry, I have a small one here. I have to mute sometimes, but will there be a channel for different languages and various ambassador programs?
Probably not.
Probably not, unless there's a huge demand for a specific language. But we get these questions all the time. Do we want somebody to launch a Tellor channel in Saudi Arabia or something? Or do you want us to translate your documents in this language or that language? And
Yeah, no, I mean,
maybe language.
yeah.
But no, yeah, we're not really interested. It's most people just want this stuff in English, really, and yeah, and not until there's a real reason.
We've never had a way to, maybe once the community gets bigger and we can have more of a vote, but we've never had a way to check up on it. You know, like if we pay to translate an article, we sort of just have to believe you that it worked, because we don't really speak many other languages.
Yeah.
So,
I think it would be great if somebody starts a channel in another language and another.
and it grows, yeah.
Like if you want to start a channel, that's amazing. And then if it takes off, that's great. Just start the channel, see what happens.
Yeah.
Usually people want to make money off of this sort of service to offer. And there's just not much value there. I mean, we do have a Chinese speaking WeChat that is one of our probably our earliest community member, other than you, Spuddy. Member Key, or however you pronounce it, QI.
Yeah, I still have no idea how that guy found Tellor.
Yeah, neither do we.
Some Chinese guy he was like the first person who like reached out to be a miner. And
he had a lot of TRB. It's funny because I connected with him like earlier this year out of nowhere, and he doesn't hold anymore. But he was like, he's got broken English, and he just sent a bunch of crying emojis. He's like, I sold too early. But anyway, he started a WeChat. So there's definitely a few WeChat groups out there about Tellor, but they're not official. None of us are in them. We've done a few AMAs over there and then sort of left. So yeah. Anyway, that's it. Those are the questions. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Yeah, looking forward. We'll have a call next week, I'm guessing, and just let us know if you need anything. So cool. Until next time. See you.
Thanks. Bye.